Apple filed a lawsuit that could reshape every AI device you'll ever buy. I'm Chuck Getchell. This is AI in 10. What happened, why it matters, what you can do with it. Let's go. Here's the setup. Apple and OpenAI have been in a complicated relationship for a while now. Apple integrated ChatGPT into Siri. They've been partners, sort of. But a few days ago, around July 12th, Apple walked into federal court and accused OpenAI of something very different from partnership. Apple says OpenAI systematically raided its engineering teams and then allegedly used those engineers to steal some of Apple's most closely guarded hardware secrets. That is not a Tuesday you forget. So let's break this down in plain English, because this lawsuit is actually 3 stories in one, and each one matters for different reasons. Story 1 is about people, specifically engineers. Apple designs its own chips, its own circuit boards, its own materials. The way Apple makes a device thinner, cooler, and more power efficient is not magic. It's years of specialized engineering that almost nobody else in the world knows how to do. Apple claims OpenAI and its hardware subsidiary, a company called IO Products, went hunting specifically for those engineers. Not just posting job listings, Apple is using the word systematic, as in, this was a plan, not a coincidence. Now, engineers change jobs all the time. That's completely normal. The law generally says you can take your skills and your brain with you when you leave. What you cannot take is your employer's confidential files, unreleased designs, or proprietary processes. And that is where Apple's complaint gets really serious. Story 2 is about alleged break-ins, not physical ones, digital ones. Apple claims that during or around this wave of departures, people connected to OpenAI accessed Apple's internal engineering repositories without authorization. We are talking about restricted systems holding designs that had never been shown to the outside world, unreleased motherboard layouts, specialized metal surface treatment processes, basically secret recipes for how Apple makes its hardware so elegant and efficient. Apple says those secrets were taken and used to jumpstart OpenAI's own hardware program. Think of it like this. OpenAI was trying to build a skyscraper, and Apple is alleging they went into Apple's vault and walked out with the architectural blueprints. That saves years of work. That is the accusation. As I always say, I'm not a lawyer, and this is an active lawsuit with allegations that OpenAI has not accepted. Courts will sort out what actually happened, but the specificity of Apple's claims, motherboard layouts, metal treatment processes, restricted repositories, suggests Apple is not throwing a Hail Mary here. They believe they have something to show. Story 3 is about what OpenAI is actually trying to build, because here is the part most people are missing. OpenAI is not just a software company anymore. Through IO Products, they have been quietly developing AI-native hardware, physical devices designed from the ground up to run powerful AI models locally without depending entirely on the cloud. Imagine a device that runs your AI assistant right there in your hand or on your desk, fast and private, without every request bouncing through a data center. That is the vision. And Apple has been the gold standard for that kind of hardware for over a decade. So this is not just a legal dispute. It is a declaration of war over the next generation of AI devices. Now let's connect this to your life, because you might be thinking, okay, 2 giant tech companies are fighting. Why do I care? Here is why. The device you use to interact with AI in 2 or 3 years, it might look nothing like your current phone or laptop. It might be a small, always-on gadget that knows your schedule, your preferences, your habits, and helps you in real time all day. The race to build that device is happening right now. Apple, OpenAI, Google, and others are all sprinting toward it. Who wins that race determines what you pay, what privacy protections you get, and how capable your AI assistant actually is. If OpenAI's hardware program gets slowed down or reshaped by this lawsuit through injunctions, settlements, or just the distraction of litigation, the timeline shifts, and so does your shopping list. There is also a workforce angle here that deserves attention. If you work in any kind of technical role, engineering, software, design, even finance or legal, this case is going to matter to you. Apple's argument is essentially, what you learned here stays here. Not your general skills, not your education, but anything that touches proprietary systems, unreleased designs, or confidential processes. Courts have been wrestling with this line for decades, and AI is making it blurrier by the day, because AI models can sometimes help people reconstruct or approximate things that were previously impossible to carry in your head. This case might push companies to get much more aggressive about what engineers can and cannot do after they leave. If you work in tech and you ever plan to change jobs, which statistically you will, watch how this one plays out. And here is a layer that is easy to miss entirely. OpenAI and Apple were supposed to be partners. Apple put ChatGPT in Siri. There were handshakes, press releases, the whole thing. And now Apple is in federal court accusing that same company of breaking into its systems, which tells you something important about how fast alliances in AI can shift. One day you are collaborating on features, the next day you are competing for the device in someone's pocket. In AI right now, your partner today might be your courtroom opponent next quarter. Honestly, it makes a normal business rivalry look like a friendly board game. Alright, one actionable thing, because that is always the goal here. Whether you work in tech, run a small business, or just care about your own data, this story is a powerful prompt to think about information boundaries. Not in a scary way, in a practical way. Here's what I want you to do this week. Take 15 minutes and think about what information in your job or your business would be genuinely catastrophic if it left. Not general knowledge, specific stuff. Customer lists, pricing models, product roadmaps, proprietary processes, whatever it is for you. Then ask, who has access to it, and how is that access tracked? Apple's lawsuit revolves around internal repositories, basically digital filing cabinets where engineers store designs. The allegation is that access was not properly monitored or secured. Most small businesses and even mid-sized companies have the same gap. Your shared Google Drive, your project management tool, your internal wiki. Who can get in? Who should not be able to? You do not need expensive enterprise software to start fixing this. Most platforms already have access control settings and audit logs. You just have to turn them on and actually check them once in a while. Start with one system this week. Make a list of who has access. Remove anyone who should not. That is it. That is the whole thing. And if you want to go deeper on how AI is actually changing the rules of business, security, and competitive strategy, our Applied AI certification program at AI Hammock is built specifically for non-technical people who want to understand this stuff at a real level and earn a credential doing it. Because knowing what is happening in AI is one thing. Knowing what to do about it is a different skill entirely. Here is the bottom line on Apple versus OpenAI. This is not just a corporate spat, it is a signal. AI competition has moved beyond models and chatbots into the physical world, into chips, devices, and manufacturing secrets that took decades to build. The companies that control that layer of the stack will have enormous power over your daily life in ways most people are not thinking about yet. The talent, the secrets, the devices, it is all connected. And now, for the first time, a federal court is going to be asked to draw some lines. The outcome of this case will echo for years. Keep your eyes on it. That's today's AI in 10. If you want to go deeper and learn AI with a community of people just like you, join us at AIhammock.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends.